Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Madame Kris Jenner. She's going viral once again, and she is going viral because the facelift that she got back in 2025, honey, it is already falling flat. It is falling fast and there are so many people reacting to it, talking about it, giving their own terminology and explanation of what is happening. Why is it that we're seeing a revert of what Kris Jenner got back in 2025? Now, as you guys can recall, in 2025, we learned that Kris Jenner got one of the most expensive facelift costing up to somewhere around $300,000 to 300 to $500,000, right? And her face was the talk of the town because Kris Jenner being 70 years old and the mere fact that she got a facelift that gave her the look as though she was younger than all of her daughters put together, you know that naturally that would have garnered a lot of public attention. And like hell, the people did pay attention. However, now it is being said that Kris Jenner is very disappointed. Not just disappointed, she's furious because the high profile facelift that she got, it's slipping and fading faster than expected. According to an insider, they're saying the results, which appeared extremely tight shortly after the 2025 procedure, it is now dropping, leading to frustration and potential consideration of a revision. So Kris Jenner is saying she wants this fixed and she wants it fixed fast. And not only does she want it fixed, allegedly, she wants to know why it is that her face is slipping so fast. Now, they're saying that when she got the facelift, right? That was the honeymoon period, right? It was freshly done. It was new. So it was fresh. Everything looked good. But the moment that it started settling in, which they're saying, according to experts, it is normal and oftentimes disappointing at the same time, what they'll notice is that the initial result that they have, it's going to be changed and it will go back to something close to what they had before getting the facelift. So they are concerned. Kris Jenner is concerned about why isn't it that she was told that it would have been that bad, like not much result. She's still seeing a little something something, but she wanted to maintain the profile that she had in 2025 that everyone and their mamas were talking about, right? Now, specialists suggest that, if a SMAS, that's SMAS lift, which is a traditional less intensive technique, was used, the tension can stretch over time, allowing gravity to bring the face back down. Others noted that the aging skin, especially for someone in their 70s, it's gonna naturally settle, and the initial look was likely heavily swollen. So what they're saying is that the initial look that we saw, where the face looked plumped, youthful and fresh, that was all swelling that we were looking at, right? Honey, I think Kris Jenner need to buy herself a box of bees and just place them strategically, use a tweezers, place them strategically on her face and get that swollen look going again. I'm just kidding. That was not advice. I was just kidding, guys, okay? I was just kidding because if 2025, what we saw was swelling, if I was Kris Jenner, I would go back to the dermatologist and like, how do we get the swelling going again, honey? Because this ain't it. She went viral. She was the envy of everyone. Like so many people were like, oh my God, she looks good. She looks like she's the youngest. Honey, the honeymoon phase is over. The swelling has gone down. And no, the real face is setting in. No, some experts are also theorizing that the rapid change might be as a result of filtered or professionally lit photos compared to candid, unfiltered image. So what they're saying is that when we saw Kris Jenner, what the new face do, not only did she have the new face do showing us, she was heavily made up. She had heavy filter wearing, and now that know that she has passed the honeymoon phase, she has nothing else to prove. So because she has nothing else to prove, she's not using the heavy filters that she once used. She's not doing all of that she used to do. And then if she goes back to a different hairstyle, because remember when she came out with the youthful look in 2025, the hair was also short. And you guys know when you give yourself or when you get that low cut, it's going to give you a more youthful appearance, right? So she played her card well when she got the facelift initially. But now a year has passed and we're seeing Kris Jenner's real face after the swelling and after everything actually sets in. This is what the procedure actually looks like. No, Kris Jenner herself hasn't really commented or said anything about the facelift and the ending of the honeymoon phase or anything like that. But you guys know it is going viral because people are looking at Kris Jenner. People are looking at her recent photos and they're like, what is going on? Why are we seeing a revert of that youthfulness that we saw in 2025? People are concerned, what did gravity do to Kris Jenner's face? Why is it falling? And why is it fallen so terribly? But I don't think it has fallen so terribly because, again, Kris Jenner is 70 years old. And no matter how many plastic surgery she gets, she does not have that youthful skin anymore. So as such, the youthful appearance that we think or that we thought she would have been able to maintain, she doesn't have it naturally. And if she doesn't have it naturally, a facelift cannot give her what she doesn't have. They would have to literally peel that woman's skin off. And we know that is not something that they can do because ain't no way, just absolutely not. So what we're seeing is the actual results now of the plastic surgery that is setting in. And we know that this happens oftentimes. Even with the girlies who gets the BBL, after it really sets in, sometimes the end results is not what they wanted because it's not looking voluptuous as it did initially with the swelling. So this happens more than how we think it doesn't. But anywho, Kris Jenner is trending because her face is falling, the honeymoon phase is over, and she's now looking more like her age instead of the woman that looked something in her late 20s or early 30s that we saw back in 2025. Everyone, they're talking about it. They're wondering what the heck is going on. And what is happening is just life. It's just nature. You cannot violate the laws of nature. She's 70. You can tighten, you can tone up a few things, but at the end of the day, gravity and aging will come into play. The face is setting in, and I believe it still looks nice. It still looks good. But let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.